Continuing on in Project 3, we're going to take a look at linking a file to another program. There may be times when you want to, within your Word document, you may want to link to another Word document. You might want to link to a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet, PowerPoint presentation, any application you can certainly link to. And so we're going to take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at linking to a new document. And you can actually create a new document in the midst of the document that you're in and want to link to. And then finally we're going to look at linking a graphic within a document. If you have a specific graphic within your document, you can certainly link that to, again, another application or to a website. And I also want to mention too, not finally, I said finally earlier, but we're also going to link to an email address. So in Project 3D, we're going to continue on with the document that we're currently in. And we're going to set the first one up, a hyperlink that will set link to a PowerPoint presentation. And we're going to position this at the bottom of the Chapter 3 group at the end of the first paragraph here. So I'm going to go ahead and press the space bar, but we are going to insert a link that will jump to or go to and open up a PowerPoint presentation. So to do that, again, under the Insert tab in the Links group, we're going to click on the hyperlink. Notice in the Link To area we can go to an existing file or web page, and that will allow us to look in. Now this automatically went to Level 2 Chapter 4, but if for some reason it didn't, you can click on the drop down arrow and that'll take you to the various drives that you have available. So we're already in the Chapter 4 folder, and the PowerPoint presentation that we're wanting to pull up is NSS Pres. So click on that. The text display at the top, we do want to change that. It gives us a little bit more information if we can type something else in besides the file name. So we're going to type in computer virus presentation. And you could also put a screen tip on that, but we're not going to do that. So click OK to that. Notice the hyperlink that comes in. Again, I'm going to hold down the Control key and click on that link, and that will open up our PowerPoint presentation. You'll notice now we're in PowerPoint. Here's the presentation. You can go to the slideshow. Now you're not going to see this on here. You'll see part of the slide, but I can go through just by clicking on each one of the slides, and that moves me through the presentation. Once it's finished, I'm going to click on the last slide, and that'll take me back to the normal view. Okay, and then once you're done with the presentation, you can close out of PowerPoint. That'll return us back to our document. And then next we're going to look at inserting a hyperlink using a graphic. So we're going to go very bottom here. There's a graphic at the bottom. You can certainly apply a hyperlink, or if you want to go to another application altogether using that hyperlink, you can certainly do that. But the graphic is going to be used as the point of clicking so that it can go to another application, or in this case, we're going to go to another Word document. So again, as long as it's selected, we're going to go back to the Links group and choose Hyperlink. Get on the left-hand side here, existing file or web page, and we're again going to pull this from our student data files, and we're looking for the Word document called NSS Training. And they're not going to have us change anything here as far as, and we don't even have the option, so we'll just click OK. And now when you lay your mouse on the graphic, notice the tooltip says press Control, click to follow the link. That will open up our NSS Training document. We can look through that, peruse it as much as we want. And then when you're done, obviously you can close out of that. I think I'll go to the File, Close, and that should return us back to our original document again. And then we're also going to look at another type of hyperlink where we're going to set it up so that it links to a new document, which we don't have created yet. We're going to create it as we go here. And they want us to position this after the paragraph that has user IDs and passwords. So I'm going to click right after it. I'm going to press the space bar. And again, in the Links group, hyperlink dialog box. Notice this time on the left hand side we're going to choose create new document. That gives us a little bit different display here in the dialog box, and we want, in the name of new document, we want to put in password suggestions. And then in the edit, we're instead of password suggestions up here, we're going to change that to password suggestions also. And actually in the new document name they don't have any space there, so the text to display will be just a little bit different in that it has a space between the two words. Okay, and then we also want to, when to edit, we want to make sure that that says edit the new document now. And then when we click OK, that'll immediately take us into a new document. Notice it's called Password Suggestions. And we're going to go ahead and type in bold. I'm going to press Control B to turn on the bold. We're going to type in, please type any suggestions you have for creating secure passwords. Then we'll turn off the bold and press Enter. Then they want us to save that document, and we're going to close out of it. And then, again, if we wanted to go to that, we can click the Control key, click on Password Suggestions. It opens up our file. Okay? All right, then we're going to go to the, I'm going to close out of that. We're going to go to the bottom of the document, and we're going to provide additional information, or at least give an option for the reader to obtain additional information by sending an email message. So we're going to insert a hyperlink that will allow us to email it says the instructor's email address, my email address. So to link to an email address, again in the links group and hyperlink, you'll notice the last option in the link to is email address. I'll go ahead and type in mine for now. And in the text to display, we're going to type in click to send email. All right, I'll click OK on that. And then notice now we have a link that says click to send email. If I press Control and click on that link, that's going to kick me into Outlook. If you can see all this or not, but that kicks me into Outlook. Notice my email address there. I can put in a subject line and then send whatever message I want to that email address. Okay, pretty easy. All right, I'm going to close out of Outlook. That again takes me back to my original document. And finally, in Project 3E, we're going to take a look at how we can insert a cross-reference within a document. And a cross-reference basically refers the reader to another location within the document, again like we've seen before, but typically that information that you're being referred to provides you additional information. That additional information might be a heading, it could be a figure, a table, just a location in your document. And these cross-references obviously are hyperlinks because they allow you to jump to another area in your document. Now, a cross-reference, you'll typically type in introductory text to kind of tell them what to do, and then you'll go into the cross-reference dialog box and then actually put in the location for which you want the reader to jump to. Okay, so we're going to try this again in our document here. We want to go to the types of viruses section. It's right here. And at the end of this section, we're going to provide additional information here. So I'm going to go ahead and type in for more information. Refer to, and then I'm going to space, and then we're going to put in the cross-reference. And again, in the links group, we're going to cross-reference. The reference type is actually a heading, and we're going to send it to spyware, which is still chapter 1 section, but it's the spyware heading. Okay? And then we'll go ahead and choose insert. Notice it's got spyware in the background. We'll close out of it, and then we'll put in a period. I don't know if that's bolded or not. It might have been. No, it wasn't. Okay, so we're good. Okay, and then to actually move to that spyware, notice when I lay my mouse on it, it comes up with the tooltip, and I can just press the control key and click on it, and that'll immediately take me to that area in the document. So again, cross-references is just another type of hyperlink that you can insert into your document. And then the final thing that we want to look at in Project 3 is we're going to go back and turn off the bookmark notations. And we only had one bookmark in here. Let me see if I can get to that. Viruses, go to, okay. So you can see the I-beam there is still turned off. So we want to turn that option off, same way we turned it on. We're going to go back into the File tab, Options, the Advanced category, and then we'll scroll down, deselect that check mark where it says Show Bookmarks, and then we'll click OK out of that dialog box. And now the I-beam has been removed where the bookmark is. The bookmark's still there, it's just the I-beam is not shown in your document. So again, if I go back to bookmark, my bookmark's still there and I could still go to it, it's just not showing up visibly in the document. And with that, that concludes Chapter 4. You'll find the chapter summary on page 152. The concepts checks on pages 153 and 154, and beginning on page 154 you'll also find the skill checks, visual benchmarks that will take you through page 159. And as always, if you have questions, feel free to email me or call me.